Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm taking another look at another Booriginal Creproductions doll. I literally just filmed the Abby video right before this, and like I'm in a very hyper mood right now. I probably should have taken a break first, but that didn't happen, so we're gonna do this now. So yeah, I am back with another Booriginal Creproduction doll from Monster High. So today we're taking a look at Spectra. Obviously, I've got it right here in my hand. And I'm really excited for this one. I'm really interested for this one because there's some stuff that I want to talk about with this one. There's some thoughts that I have, both good and constructive. So anyway, yeah, I'm actually really excited to have Spectra. I mentioned in the Abby video that there's a lot of these original Monster High dolls that I was never able to collect because by the time I started collecting dolls, they were no longer on shelves. There was other Monster High dolls on shelves. Like Monster High was still out when I was collecting, but it was like around the time that the Haunted collection, the movie for Haunted and the dolls for that came out. My very first Monster High doll was Vendala Doubloons, and that's what started my Monster High collecting. But I only got from that going forward, and then there was a couple like earlier dolls that I got, but none of their signature outfits, and I would love to have all of the characters in their signature outfit if I can. So when Mattel started coming out with these Booriginal Creproductions, I got so excited. I have all of them so far. I have a Monster High playlist. I'll put the playlist right here if you want to see that. But I do have all of the Booriginal Creproductions that have come out so far. Up to this point, I have like the main four that they came out with between Draculaura, Laguna, Frankie, and Claudine, and then I've got all four of the ones that came out in this wave. So, you know, of course, Abby, now Spectra, I do have Ghoulia, and Cleo as well, Cleo and Deuce, the 2-pack. So I'm so excited to have these because these seem to be very faithful reproductions of those original dolls. So I'm really enjoying this series, and I hope that Mattel keeps going. Like, give us more. Do all of the characters. Anyway, so I have Spectra here I want to talk about. So first, let's take a look at the packaging. Now, I do have a second one. I was able to get a second one. I did a live stream earlier this week where when I first got the box, I did a live stream that day after I got off work. I got home and I went live immediately. I'm like, I want to do this unboxing, first reactions, you know, all that stuff on that live stream. So if you want to see that, I will put a link up here somewhere. There'll be a link there somewhere. But anyway, in that video, all I did was I took them out of the shipping box and talked about the line. But this is going to be a proper actual doll review of the individual doll, and obviously today we're talking about Spectra. But yeah, so I've already kind of like had a chance to get my first reactions and, you know, look at them. I genuinely like this doll line, and I am so happy that they stayed so true to the original. I'm probably repeating myself, I'm sorry. Anyway, on the back here there is some information. Oh, see, they didn't give the pet information for Abby. I talked about in Abby's video, so go watch that video if you want to know what I'm talking about. But anyway, they did include that on this one. The details on the top up here are basically the same for all of them. It says Monster High, meet the frighteningly fashionable teenage children of the world's most famous monsters. And then it's got a picture of the character, which is the original artwork or original style of artwork. I don't know if this is the original picture or not, but anyway. So there is Spectra. I love how her hair is flipped out like that. And then it has some information here. She's the daughter of a ghost. Her age is 16. I think they're all 16. I could be wrong about that. Anyway, her pet's name is Rune? R-H-U-E-N. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's right there. It's this little ferret thing. We'll look at that a little closer a little bit later on. Anyway, and it says, oh, ghost ferret. Yeah, so it says, Ruin is my ghost ferret. Did you know that the name ferret comes from the Latin Ferrutus, which means little thief. Oh, I did not know that, and I love that. Of course you didn't until now. Okay, I told you. Okay, so Spectra is sitting here having a ghostly conversation with me on the back of the box, and she is totally reading me. Anyway, Each of these Booriginal Creproductions have one of these cassette tapes on the front and on the back. This is the front and the other one's the back. Anyway, and they say different things. The one on the back says, "Oh My Oracle," and I think that's supposed to be like a song title. And then it says it again in 3 different languages. Same thing with all this information. It's the same information each time, just in different languages. But I don't know if this is a reference to something like "Oh My Oracle." Is that one of the songs that like one of the Monster High characters sing in the show? Because I know there was a couple singers between Caddy Noir and what's her name? The witching. It's like Beyonce, Sasha Fierce. That character, that doll. I forgot her name. And I think there was a couple others, but anyway, I don't know if it's one of their songs or not. And then on the front, the one here, it says 10/30. Haunted B-Day mix. So I don't know who. I'm wondering if these are just like the characters' birthdays, because I think there was something special, like there were Easter eggs or something like that on the first 4 Booriginal Creproductions that came out last year or 2 years ago, whenever it was now. But anyway, so this 10/30 might actually be her birthday. Not sure. Anyway, includes doll stand, diary, blah, blah, blah. Booriginal Creproductions. It's got the pet ruin. I'm going to go ahead and unbox the doll, get her out of the box, even though I've already got her right here. Anyway, I'm going to take you to a break really quick so that way it'll do the little commercial thing, or if you have YouTube Premium, then you'll just see some static for a couple seconds. And when I get back, we'll look at the doll out of the box and with more details. So I will be right back. I don't know why I did it like that, but I'll be right back. And we're back. Okay, like I told you. Also, no, for me, I just literally waited a couple seconds. But anyway, so here's the doll. I told you I'm hyper. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm hyper. Like I was fine. You know why? Is because I did the subscriber mail unboxing earlier and I got really excited from that, and I think that hyped me up. So anyway, okay, back to Spectra. So here she is out of the box, and she is very pretty. So okay, let me do her accessories and stuff like that because I always forget. So she has a stand. It's like this magenta color matching brush, classic Monster High brush. She does come with a little purse. So I think each of the Booriginal Creproductions, well, each of the Monster High characters, I think, came with some kind of a purse. So this is hers. I love this. It kind of reminds me of Tinkerbell's like pixie dust little drawstring bag, but it has like a chain. It's a molded plastic and painted, but like a chain detail for the strap, which is cool. And then she does come with her little composition notebook, diary, journal, whatever you want to call it. It says Spectra Vondergeist, this diary belongs to. And then it says, "I don't snoop in your own life, so please don't snoop in mine." So anyway, so it comes with that. And then of course we get her pet. So let me show you this. This is her ghost ferret, which is really interesting. I love that he is translucent. Also, his tail is flat, so you can stand the pet up on the shelf. But this is so cute. Look at. Let me see if it'll zoom in on the face at all. There you go. You can kind of see the face a little bit. Super cute. I love that. All right, so let's take a look at the doll. So I'm going to zoom in. I always like to start off looking at the face. So the face looks really good. I think both of the ones that I got really lucky, and their face actually looks really good. No wonky eyes or anything. The face paint's really good. I love the color combination of the purple with the turquoise. Super cute. I love her makeup. She has earrings, these little ball and chain earrings. I kind of want to take some acetone and remove the black paint so that way the chain right here is all silver, because you can kind of see up here the stud, the plastic is silver and it's the paint that's black. I'll leave the ball black here, but the chain I kind of want to be silver. One of my friends did that and I liked the way it looked, so I might eventually do that. Anyway, she has a little necklace, just like a little kind of plastic silver chain necklace here. Her dress is actually 2 separate pieces. So she's got her top, which has these like ribbon straps, and it looks like it's 3 separate ribbons, 2 pink ones and 1 black one. They're all separate little ribbons here, but the little straps. And then this right here, this PVC material is like a faux leather kind of. And then the front here has this metallic ruched like magenta color right here. I love that these are real chains hanging down. This is really cool. I love the real chain detail. And then on the back, the PVC material or whatever, pleather, does not go all the way around. This is like a, hold on, gotta take her off the stand to show you. But anyway, on the back here, see where it goes from like shiny material to not shiny material? This is like a stretchy polyester for the back here, and it Velcros on the back. The skirt is separate from the top, so it is 2 separate pieces, which is nice if you happen to want to do like mix and match it all. The skirt is cool because it's just like a elastic waist. There is no Velcro for the skirt. And then she has this belt, which is a plastic molded detail with these little rings that are hanging down. The skirt is 2 separate layers. The underskirt is very soft, like a polyester material with a raw edge cut and kind of like a handkerchief hem style. And then the outer layer of the skirt is this black mesh that's see-through with kind of glitter sparkles. And the mesh is black. The underskirt is like this magenta color. And then you go down to her shoes. Her shoes look really, really cool. They're these really awesome looking like ankle boots. And then the heel is like a ball and chain, like it's a ball, like a wrecking ball or whatever, like a weighted ball, and then the chain that's attached to it kind of goes around the boots to kind of create this deal, and or to create this detail is what I meant to say. And the chains are all painted silver, which is nice. I love when they actually paint the details on these shoes. It'd be nice if like the laces were also painted, but I feel like that'd be asking a little bit too much. Oh, she also has this bracelet here, which is kind of cool because it looks like a manacle or something, and it's like, it looks like it was attached to a chain of some kind. So like in the Monster High movie or cartoon, TV show, whatever it is. By the way, if you hear a turkey, there's literally a turkey somewhere up in the tree outside of my room. So I hope you can't hear it, but I keep hearing it. It's distracting, but hopefully the microphone's not picking it up. Anyway, so in the Monster High universe, all the ghosts have, like, I think it was in the Haunted movie actually, there's a whole thing to do with the chains. Like all the ghosts have all these chains over them. So she's got like a lot of chains in her design and her style, which is kind of cool. Like I said, I love the real chains that they used for her outfit right here. I think it looks really, really good. And then it just kind of ties into the other accessories, and that's where this bracelet comes from. I love that Spectra's limbs are see-through. Like, she's white. It's a white doll, like a stark white doll, but then you like look at the ends of her hands and it fades from white to clear because she's supposed to be a ghost. Like, she can go invisible. Like her legs, like her feet, like it just looks so cool. I did use a Spectra Vondergeist for the base doll for my Ghost Girl Halloween custom doll that I made a couple years ago. And I really like how that doll turned out. I kind of made her glow in the dark and stuff like that. That was actually really fun. But yeah, I'm always really entertained by the see-throughness of her hands and stuff like that. Also, her face sculpt, like the face mold that they used is interesting because when Spectra first came out, she had a very severe like sculpted, like fish face, I don't know. Anyway, really sculpted, really like pronounced cheekbones. You know, it was a very severe looking face mold. And then when they, at some point, somebody was like, that looks too harsh. We need to soften up her look. And they redid her face mold. Now, I don't know if this is the original one or the redone one. I feel like this is the redone face mold. I don't think this is actually the original face mold looking at it. It looks too round. It looks too soft and sweet, and I think the original face mold was a little bit more severe, which if it's not the original one, it's kind of unfortunate. Missed opportunity. I wish they would have used the original one, but it is what it is. All right, let's talk about her hair, because this was a whole thing when these dolls came out and people started talking about the dolls online. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the original Spectra, so I cannot compare side to side to tell you the exact differences. So I don't know, so I do apologize for that. However, I do know that the original Spectra used Kanekalon for her hair. And Kanekalon has been discontinued since, I want to say, 2015, or at least I don't think that there's any dolls that have come out since 2015 that have used Kanekalon as the hair fiber. So Spectra does not have Kanekalon hair anymore. She has polypropylene. Now, I know, calm down. I know. We don't like polypropylene. Polypropylene is the least favorite hair fiber when it comes to dolls. By the way, if you want to know how I know this is polypropylene or how to identify doll hair fibers or hair types, I made a whole video about that. I'm really proud of that video. So I'm gonna keep recommending it. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check that out. I'll put a link up here in the corner, so if you want to check that out. But I go over like all the main 4 types of hair fiber and a few other stuff, so it's like a really in-depth video. But anyway, so the reason that they went with polypropylene is probably 2 different reasons. One, polypropylene, or I'm sorry, Kanekalon is probably no longer available. It might have been discontinued by the manufacturers or the suppliers that Mattel uses for their doll hair. So that's probably one of them. Since it was discontinued, it's just no longer available. So they had to choose something else. Now, they could have gone with Saran, because with the Gulux Guliope, what? I keep doing that. The Gulux Gulia. It is not Guliope. I think I did that in the actual review for that Gulia doll anyway. So in the Gulux Gulia doll, instead of giving her Kanekalon, because that same thing, Gulia usually had Kanekalon back in the day, they gave her Saran. And I was thinking, okay, you know, Kanekalon's not available. I love Saran. It's my favorite hair fiber, so I'm fine with that. That's a great alternative. And I was really happy that the collector doll, the Gulux Gulia, has Saran hair. And I was hoping that that was what they were going to do for Miss Spectra Vondergeist over here, but it is not. They did end up going with polypropylene for the hair fiber. You could tell because it's not very flexible or floppy. It's very stiff. And, you know, just by looking at it, that's how you're able to tell. Anyway, the feel is there. It actually, I'll be honest, the feel isn't bad. And in fact, I think this is the other reason why they chose polypropylene over other hair fibers. So for Spectra, I think they wanted her to have this very straight hair and have this particular look to her because of the way the hair is cut. And I'll talk about that here in just a second. But polypropylene to me feels like a cross between nylon and Kanekalon. Nylon is sturdy, it is smooth, it is shiny, and usually comes in bright colors. Kanekalon is lighter weight, and it is dry feeling, and it's kind of floaty and not as flexible or floppy necessarily. It kind of is, I guess, but it's just a little bit more dry feeling and soft feeling. This polypropylene that they're using is a higher quality polypropylene. So I will give them that. It actually does not feel terrible. The polypropylene that they use on like budget dolls that are like the $4 like glitzy girls or even some of like the hair amazing dolls now, the budget dolls or the dollar store dolls, a lot of those lower quality budget dolls, the polypropylene that they use feels terrible. It feels similar, but it's more dry and gritty when you like squish it together like this or rub it together. This one feels much smoother, but I can still tell it's polypropylene, just the feel of it. But it's kind of got a similar feel to that Kanekalon feel. So I think that might be the other reason that they decided to use polypropylene. I still would prefer that they use Saran. I just want to say that. I would have settled for nylon because I do like nylon as well. I would have rather they used nylon or Saran, but for the polypropylene they decided to use, it's not bad, especially if you're a collector and this is going to sit up on your shelf and you're not going to necessarily be a kid that plays with it. It actually looks okay, and it straightens out really easily and really well. And I've seen some people style her hair in a way that looks really cute. So honestly, like, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. No, I do kind of wish that it was Saran, but it is what it is. So that was my rant about the polypropylene. I like the colors that they chose. That might be another reason, is if they didn't have these colors available in Saran and they wanted to keep it accurate to the original Spectra, then that might be another reason why, like a third reason why they chose to go with the polypropylene rather than Saran or one of the other options. But I don't know. Now, initially, when I first got this doll out of the box, I saw the hair and I was like, what the heck? First of all, because it's polypropylene, but secondly, the way it's rooted, it has like a lighter lavender or like pastel purple underneath and a darker like violet color or like grape purple color, whatever, on top. But the way it's rooted, you could just see right here, there's a big disconnect. The lighter purple color is much longer, and like when you look at it from the side, like the lighter purple color is much longer and the darker purple is rooted shorter. Now I think that that was done intentionally to give this effect, because if you look at the artwork, like the hair is supposed to be kind of like Farrah Fawcett flipped out like this, and you're supposed to see the layers and the different hair colors. So I think that that was intentional for the hairstyle. And at first I did not like it, but after having her out of the box and just sitting here and like looking at her and playing with her hair a little bit, I started to like, maybe it grew on me, I don't know, but I started to not hate it. I actually kind of like the way the hair looks. Now, I was thinking because it's polypropylene, I want to reroot her. I don't know if I'm going to do that right away. I might still do that because I would love to give her some longer hair and saran, or even, like I said, I deal with nylon. But I think I'm going to wait a little bit and just kind of enjoy the hair while it's like this for now. And then I even considered getting a third one, so that way I can have one in box, one out of box, and then a second one out of box that I can reroot. But I don't know if I want to go that extreme and get that many of them. By the way, Spectra is actually still available on Amazon at the time of me filming this video, so I will be putting a link down in the description to the Amazon listing. If you use that link, it is an affiliate link, so I do get a little bit of a commission if you use that, but if you do want to buy this doll for yourself, I will put the link down below. But yeah, overall, I actually really do like the way that she looks, and it's so funny, like, when I first got the dolls, yes, I was excited to get the Booriginal Creproductions, but I didn't feel like it wasn't sparking joy immediately. Like it took a little bit of time. And then when I only ordered one originally. And then I was like, okay, I kind of want to do the same thing. I want to have one in box and one out of box. So I was able to order another Spectra and another Ghoulia, so that way I can keep one in box for each of them. And then I decided to unbox her that night. And rather than doing it on camera, I was able to sit there and really appreciate the doll out of box. And now I'm falling in love with this doll, like more than I already was, just because I had a chance to really appreciate her. So I'm really happy that I got her, and I'm so happy to have one in box and out of box, because I really like, eventually I'm going to put up more shelves, or maybe I'll like be able to like display my collection in another space where I can spread out a little bit more. And I will, once I do that, I'll have a space to put all of these dolls in their box. It's going to look really cool. So I'm glad that I'm getting those in box, but I'm also really glad that I can have it out of the box, so that way I can really appreciate the doll in its full entirety. I think I am going to reroot it. The style is growing on me for sure. I like the way it looks, but I don't like the feel of polypropylene. Even if it's nicer polypropylene, it's still polypropylene. Yeah, I think I'm going to reroot her. I don't know. Anyway, okay, I'm going to get going for right now, because that's pretty much it for this doll. And I know that this video is a little bit longer than I intended to make it, because now I'm just kind of talking about other stuff rather than just doing the review. So I'm going to go. But thank you so much for watching. As always, I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think about this doll down in the comment section down below. Were you able to get her? Do you plan on getting her? Once again, the link to get her on Amazon is in the description. But that being said, I'm going to go. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you next time. Bye. If you like this video, you can let me know by hitting thumbs up. You can check out some of my other videos by clicking one of the links on the screen. I post new videos every week, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified every time I upload. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video. That turkey is so annoying. I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to record a YouTube video. Anyway.